wash the chicken.
Yeah, sure.
Are you two trying to wash the chicken?
Yeah, what was wrong with that?
Of course you can't wash the chicken, you piece of gross impertinence. If you wash the bloody chicken, you will spread Campylobacter everywhere.
Sir, I've never heard of whatever Campylobacter before.
If you have never heard of Campylobacter, how are you going to defeat the lord of bacteria, Voldemort? Come here, I'm going to show you. Watch this.
The United Kingdom is composed of England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. It has 51 million people, and here is the population pyramid. The UK is a high-income country recognized by the World Bank, and its GDP is ranked 5th by the UN. Its Gini index is ranked 108th by the CIA. The healthcare system in our country is called the NHS. From data published in 2014, there are more than 500,000 cases of food poisoning a year from known pathogens. The first common foodborne pathogen was Campylobacter, second was Clostridium, and the third was norovirus. Salmonella had the most hospital admissions, and poultry meat was the food linked to the most cases of food poisoning.
Campylobacter is the biggest contributor to food poisoning in many developed countries. It's a genus of bacteria that can cause food poisoning. Campylobacter jejuni is the most common one, and it seems to be well adapted to birds carrying it without showing signs of illness. In addition, it can also be found in red meat, unpasteurized milk, and untreated water. Ingesting food or drink contaminated with Campylobacter can cause campylobacteriosis. This infection normally occurs within 2 to 5 days in humans. In the UK, more than 72,000 of food poisoning cases were confirmed to be campylobacteriosis every year, and it is estimated to cause more than 100 deaths a year. Subsequently, it cost the UK economy about £900 million.
The bacteria
Was reported present in 73% of the poultry sample tested. According to the European Food Safety Authority, UK has a higher estimated prevalence for Campylobacter in chicken than the average of EU countries.
So how does Campylobacter spread to our food and water? Firstly, it can be spread easily across birds through a common water source or through contact with infected feces, which make the industrial chicken farms with densely confined farming space a hotbed for the spread of Campylobacter. The slaughtering process is also responsible for the situation. Under the pressure to meet production target, workers may lack time to wash their hands properly and clean the defeathering tanks frequently. The contaminated chicken meat is sold in the market. Without knowledge about Campylobacter, consumers wash raw chicken in kitchen, spreading germs to taps and utensils.
The Food Standards Agency is a government department responsible for food safety and hygiene in the UK, regarding food use, business and industry, enforcement and regulation, and policies. The FSA official website provides Campylobacter information accessible to everyone. An important publication would be UK-wide surveys of Campylobacter contamination on fresh chickens at retail, of prevalence and levels of Campylobacter in fresh chicken samples from mainstream food retail outlets with their names and some independent butchers. To stop Campylobacter spreading during the whole food production process, FSA developed a risk management program by establishing a joint working group with 4 organizations. Through a joint action plan and roundtable discussion, the group aims to identify and put in intervention on different aspects. For example, investigation of on-farm biosecurity interventions efficacy on hygiene barriers, fly screens and water treatments. Monitoring programs were also done with the joint working group by inspecting chicken samples from slaughterhouses to reduce levels of Campylobacter present on the skin. In general, FSA works with 6 enforcement committees coming from different fields to monitor the production, processing, distribution, retail, packaging and labeling of foods through massive laws, regulation, codes of practice and guidance such as general food law. An example of a platform to communicate with the general public is the campaign The 2015 Chicken Challenge to raise their awareness of Campylobacter. On its official website, there are tips on preparing chicken, fun activities for children, and publicity videos along with Campylobacter facts provided to educate people about how to avoid Campylobacter food poisoning in households. Moreover, they provide raw poultry packaging advice with an external link to NHS Choice's food safety tips, so that stopping the spread of Campylobacter can be done on individual and community levels. The poultry industry and food retailers also play a supporting role in this campaign, involving local supermarkets such as Asda, Tesco, M&S and Waitrose.
Food retailers hold an important role in food quality control. For example, Marks & Spencer has a food technical expert department to ensure food safety, quality, and legality. Their jobs include working with suppliers both in the UK and the world and developing training and coaching of food technical teams. They also regulate fresh meat system to ensure abattoir butchery standards to prevent meat contaminations and also maintain integrity of systems and prevent fraudulent products contamination. A previous incident would be the horse meat scandal in 2013, where horse meat were found mixed in minced beef in order to lower production cost. Marks & Spencer has also taken the leading role in the chicken challenge by establishing the Campylobacter challenge within its own production line. It involves a 5-point action plan, including rapid service chilling, double bagging, farmer bonus scheme, and the two most important actions, which are zero thinning, a term known in the industry as stopping part harvesting chickens from flocks through their growing cycle. This helps maintain farm biosecurity throughout life of chicken, reducing level of Campylobacter, and also encourage animal welfare benefits. Clear pack labelings, by adding large front-of-pack labels, washed and ready to cook, indicating washing chickens is not necessary for customers, and splashing water can spread Campylobacter. And other food retailers, Tesco, have produced annual Tesco Food Manufacturing Standard Report to monitor and manage raw materials and secondary sites. They have been doing suppliers' risk assessments, including sampling and testing of chemicals and bacteria from products, and enforce suppliers that they must have a traceability system in place to trace raw materials back to source, such as the breeder, farm, and abattoir. They also assess their contract food packers companies, examine the hygiene condition of vehicles, packaging integrity, and pallet condition, asking them for solid evidence of pest infestation and temperature during the packaging process. NHS Choice links itself with the general public through the webpage by updating news, information, and food safety tips on Campylobacter and other food safety issues, achieving educational purpose in a public health approach.
Let's go back.
But surely we can do some more about the current situation.
Of course. I have an idea. The farmers should reduce their use of fluoroquinolones, antibiotics that could be fueling drug-resistant form of dangerous food poisoning, including Campylobacter, Salmonella, and E. coli. There are organic farms slaughter their own birds and have invested in tank dispenser to maintain hygiene, so they escape the high-risk points in industrial abattoirs. The government can put resources on the publicity and subsidize these organic farms.
Executives of the slaughterhouse industry should put more time and resources on the health status of chicken and investigate into any death cases of their animals. An example would be Sheep Drove Organic Farm running its lines at a fraction of the speed other factories, so workers have time to examine carcasses carefully.
Very good, well done. Good job, guys. We're going to have lunch now. Bye. What? I have